Please, I'll start out this way. Please do not use the term student athlete any longer. The student athlete has passed. We are paying our athletes.
New at 6, the Oklahoma State Senate passed a bill to allow colleges and universities to pay student athletes for playing their sport.
If the bill becomes law, athletes could be on a school's payroll just like janitors and professors.
Yes, so interesting.
Yeah.
Fox 23 anchor Rick Marinon is live in studio with a look at that bill.
Well, and keep in mind, this is another bill involving college athletics where OU and OSU, along with state lawmakers, fear if they don't change the law now, there will be a time in the future where recruiting for all sports will be impacted. Some of the best athletes will want to play elsewhere. Some state senators, including former University of Tulsa football coach Dave Rader, say the state Senate passed a bill ruining college athletics forever if it takes effect.
Please do not use the term student athlete any longer. The student athlete has passed. We are paying our athletes. A university was set up years ago to enhance the education opportunities of the people of the state.
Senate Bill 1786 removes language OU and OSU say may hurt their ability to recruit top athletes if it remains on the books. Opponents of the bill point to this section of it that repeals current state law prohibiting a school from employing and paying their athletes for their performance in a sport on the school's team. They say it opens the door for state funds to be used to buy the best athletes in the nation instead of relying on the traditional scholarship method.
Sad to see something that was really, really good come to an end, and that we have replaced the honor of pursuing education with a paycheck.
Edmond Republican Kristen Thompson says the state doesn't have a choice when it comes to name, image, and likeness rules for athletes. She says if the NCAA or the federal government decide it is acceptable for athletes to be paid for their performance by the schools they play for, then Oklahoma must go along like it or not. Other states have made similar changes to their laws already. Paychecks would not start going out immediately. It would only start if changes are made at the national level or by the NCAA or the federal government.
I think at the end of the day, the toothpaste, unfortunately, is out of the tube. And so the responsible thing to do is to make sure that even though we're in a situation we may not like, that we position ourselves and our universities the best that we can.
Senators in support of and opposed to the bill voiced concerns about if the athlete would be a contract employee or full-time, if they qualified for university employee benefits like health insurance, also who would pay their income taxes. They also feared that smaller schools could not afford to recruit good athletes if they had to budget for educational operations on top of paying for their athletes. But that fear did not stop the bill from passing. It now moves on to the House for consideration, but keep in mind, and I'll say it again, if this bill becomes law, paychecks will not go out to athletes immediately. It will only happen if the NCAA or the federal government makes it okay for all schools within their jurisdiction to pay their athletes out of school funds. We are not to that point yet. Covering news that matters, I'm Rick Marinon, Fox 23 News.